Welcome to energizing session in the midweek, and I welcome Meena Y, our guest today in our Empowered Moms Club, and welcome to all the moms. Hello, Meena, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. Very warm welcome, Meena. Namaste. Yes. So let me first give you a brief about Meena. She has lot of achievements. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಿಮ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. Okay. Yes. So Meena is my
Namaste.
good
Thank you so
friend.
much.
Namaste. So let me introduce you, Meena, about you. I really want to share with our moms because Murthy Chikkadadaru Kirti Doddadu. She's my good friend from Bangalore, and she seems a very humble and simple person, and the depth goes very deep. And she's full of wisdom. Even I consult her when I feel stuck, so she's that kind of a friend in need, and a good friend. So that I want to acknowledge you, Meena, for being there for me. Always, even late night, she responds to me. So personally, I'm very thankful for her
Thank you
being
so
a
much.
friend in my life. And today I wanted to invite her as a guest to give value to our moms. I always think how I can add value to my community, and Meena is helping me in that purpose of mine today. So to share about Meena, guru, who is a guru? A person who hand holds you, who leads you through the path, and literal meaning is one who takes you away from darkness and guides you towards light. I see that guru in Meena because she's literally a guru, a teacher. Her qualification is MA in Sanskrit and B.Ed, and she has literally taught children in many schools like Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Jain International School, National Public School, NIE Hindu Theatre in education in 40 plus schools. Imagine the her achievements is very big. List is very big, and truly this is a greatly accomplished person who is here today. She has literally taught many students in their budding years. It's so important to have a good teacher like Meena, and she is the direct protege of Dr. Gururaj Karajgi. He is a very esteemed personality in Karnataka, and Meena has trained under him, and she has been in many schools, and also she has completed courses up to Arhatic Yoga level 2. She's a pranic healing and yogic healing expert. She has conducted healings and counseling in fertility hospitals in Bangalore, and she's also a Bhagavad Gita shloka trainer, deeply spiritually oriented person. I think I always attract spiritual people, and our tribe is also spiritual, so we all get connected with this, higher evolved. We are still searching, we all are in a journey, so that's how we connect with spiritually grounded, spiritual minded persons like Meena. So today we are looking forward, and presently she is a book writing coach for children. How proud we'll all feel if our children from their young age they explore their talents. In Kannada we say ಬೆಳೆಯುವ ಸಿರಿ ಮೊಳಕೆಯಲ್ಲೇ. That means the growth, future growth can be seen in their younger years.
Indeed.
So catch them young and train them and channelize their intelligence, and our children are very smart nowadays. So Meena is the right person to guide them to achieve in their life in their young age itself. And Meena has attended many personality development programs and trainings like how to coach online, train the trainer, way of the champion. These are all very high level programs. I've seen Meena participate there, I've seen her videos, and you can experience it when she starts interacting with you all. She has also done empowered warrior power, emotional mastery, all these courses she has done in spite of being in a job. Only recently she changed her job to a less pressurized one, but with her job she has gained so many achievements. And presently she's coaching children in writing and publishing books. Already many children have become author thanks to Meena's training, and she's helping them find their voice. And she has conducted 10 author boot camps, maybe much more. This is seems like a little earlier information. And she's recognized as a best-selling author with a group of 35 plus children. I'm sure it is about to reach 100. And children in her community have published many, many books. And she has started a reading program for children, which is so important. The holistic development of the child is so important. And recently in December, she has joined Agile Shala as a curriculum and content developer. So she is a mom, she is a mother, and a woman handling so many responsibilities, just like us. And she's doing a lot with her passion. All these things, one person to manage, it's not easy. But if there's a passion and purpose that drives you to do whatever it takes. So I see that in Meena, that drive, that purpose, and that inner calling I find in Meena. Thank you so much, Meena, for the work you're doing, for helping moms to guide their children, to explore the potential of the children. So over to you, Meena, and welcome to all the moms.
Thank you so much. You're so kind. And
My pleasure.
it's a wonderful experience what we had from almost 1 year.
Yes.
Every time we are connecting, and she's also guiding me in so many ways. I mean, that is what I should also recognize and acknowledge and express as well. It is something which is very, very amazing to work with people, you know, this kind of group. Because each one of us, like what Shankaracharya says, anything that you go in search of, we start in the Upanishads also, this talk comes. We see or we go beyond. Not this, not this, not this. We are working. It is not like, we are done or we have achieved. There's something that we are looking for, searching for, and going beyond. So neti, neti, neti is the term that goes on and on. And finally, there's something we hold on to and we start with, and then the journey it shows the path. Unless, that keeping that one step ahead is very, very important. Thank you so much for this wonderful session, meeting your tribe and interacting with them.
It's our
Uh,
pleasure. Welcome.
So, can I just have a look at your faces once, if you don't mind? I know I can understand that you're in different positions or you're working and all that. So, can I just have a look at your faces once, if you don't mind? I know I can understand that you're in different positions or you're working and all that. So, can I just have a look at your faces once,
Okay.
if you don't
Yes,
mind?
Anuradha, Rajmani. See, Rajmani is in kitchen. That is the power of our moms. Wherever we are learning. Unmute ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾನು ಸಾರಿ. ಹಾ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಈಗ. ಹಾ,
Thank
ಸರಿ.
you for switching on your
Oh,
cameras and
wow. Our
doing
group
that.
has
That's
become
amazing.
colorful and
Lovely.
full
I
of
love to see. If I
energy.
see children, I'm done.
Shaurya is
That's
here.
amazing. Yeah,
Hasini just went away. Okay, nice.
yeah. One question to each parent. All of you are there. Many of you.
Mhm.
I think children will also be willing to participate. How
Yes,
many of you, my dear mothers, feel that you are intelligent? Eh,
everybody.
hmm? We all feel that, right? Shall we explore little in which area we are intelligent? How many of you feel that I'm not intelligent in some areas? Oh, wow. I think, Veena, you have done great job. Nobody feels that I'm not
No,
intelligent.
we are
That's amazing.
hesitant to share. We are like that hesitance will be there, no? And we are
Hmm.
still thinking, should I raise my hand or
Awesome. So I will take you through a small journey. Children will also enjoy.
okay?
I there are. Have you heard of different types of intelligence? How many of you have heard of? There are at least 8 types of intelligence. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Meenu. Yeah. So there are 8 types of intelligence, we say, and there's one more adding on everything. These 8 are, I'll just tell the names. Just let us work with, the recalling and mentioning and all that. Awesome. Uh, it is one, when we talk about children, basically, we say that most of the time children are branded that he is not intelligent. It is only through the IQ or the marks they are termed as intelligent most of the time. That's what at least we all have experienced during our school days, right? If you get very good marks in math or science, you are intelligent. How many of you feel that? If you are good in language, you are not so intelligent.
Mm.
Agreed? Do you all agree with that? We have experienced that. But there are 8 types of intelligence. The first will go in a particular order. It is linguistic intelligence. There are born writers, isn't it? Or there people who have built up the skill of writing, very good in language, either speaking or presenting and writing poems or books, everything that is called as linguistic intelligence. So, number one, linguistic intelligence. You can ask your children to remember and give a prompt to you. Number two is, how many of you feel that logical thinking and mathematical, that's the second one. Mathematical and logical thinking or intelligence is called as number two. Okay. Number three is musical intelligence. If you are able to enjoy and even joyfully you enjoy the music, you sing, and you are able to sing or you can enjoy, that is also called as musical intelligence. I'll just tell the names and we'll go in detail with that. Linguistic intelligence, logical mathematical, musical intelligence, spatial intelligence, something related to drawing, visualizing, imagining, all these kind of things. Spatial intelligence. The next is bodily kinesthetics. Some of them are very active physically, right? That is bodily kinesthetic. Next is interpersonal. You check how good you are in talking and interacting, communicating, and all that. That is talking to others, interpersonal. How many of you have felt that I want to be to myself many a times? That is also an intelligence. Intrapersonal intelligence. And then when you're close to the nature and everything, that is called as naturalistic intelligence. That is, being in nature, environment, and all that. So can you give me some names, each one of you? Whatever you remember. It need not be the same words. You can put it in your words and let me know. Yeah, quickly. Who will be the first one to share? Any one name.
What
Yes.
about artistic, Meena? Someone has shared
I'll come to
artistic.
that. I'll come to that.
Okay,
So
okay,
you're typing. That's awesome. Linguistic, logical, mathematical, kinesthetic. Yes.
okay.
Musical. Wow. Awesome. Spatial intelligence. Yes.
Body
Bodily
kinesthetic.
kinesthetic. Yes. Then, wow. Amazing. Interpersonal. Yes. Intrapersonal, naturalistic, all this. You have named all. Thank you so much for your active participation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have listed almost all. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll take you through the PPT little more in detail. Let us just have an idea about, because when we are able to identify our children are the strength of our family, it helps us a lot to motivate each other. Can I present? Okay, yeah, I want the
I'll make
sharing
your
option.
co-host 1 second. Yes, yes, Meena, you can.
With your permission, can I present the PPT? Yes, wave your hands. Thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Meenu. Thank you, Kalyani. Thank you, Dr. Shashirekha, Anuradha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. With this, you will be able to identify little more even in detail. Okay. So coming to this, if your child or you are very good at, let me do the present the screen. Yeah. Is it visible to all of you? Done? Yes.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
visible.
If you're very good at athletes or any kind of physical activity, swimming or anything, badminton, whatever be it, dancing, acting, and any kind of craft you get into, and you might have seen your children especially with all the, if it is girl, they have preference of toys and they're always into that. Boys, nut bolt, they want to take the screw and everything. And now today, the world has a little changed. They may not take those things, they may take different other items, but they want to, even gadgets, they want to repair these kind of things. This kind of activities are called as bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Children who are more into this, they are called as bodily kinesthetic intelligence. This is, see, if they are able to enjoy the rhythm, listen to the music, or play, or even compose, sing, or even recognize. Some children are very good at recognizing the music, or they are able to put the talam, all these kind of things. That means they have that rhythm. They know, they can judge. So that is called as musical intelligence. Any instrument or any such things are called as musical intelligence. How many of you feel that my son has this? I think by the end, if you have a paper or something, just note down what are your intelligence and what is the percentage. Like, out of 10, where do you stand? You may also assess your child or your spouse. Just make a note of that. So it will have a fun and you can have good fun with your family members. Yeah, I think just give me a second. Let me go from all that. Yeah, we'll start with this. So, this is about being a leader, organizing, communicating, talking, selling, interacting, interviewing, and conflict resolution. How many of you feel that in my family, if there is a conflict, I'm the one who give the solution to the problems? Just think about that. You might be very good in your school days, communicating to people, communicating to teachers, communicating with anybody. Organizing. You're very good at organizing your home. You're very good at organizing your work. Or you're very good at, planning and organizing your entire flow of things. It can be for event or whatever be it. So these kind of things are more of interpersonal intelligence. And as you asked, Veena, you also asked about the drawing, building, designing,
Yes.
making puzzles. Children love to work with the puzzles and all that. Looking at picture, as maybe you may say that I'm not very good at art, but I love seeing that beauty of the art and enjoy all that. And you have a very good imagination. I think all of you during the meditations, as Veena would have taken you through different meditations and things like that, you would have had a vision of it. You would have visualized, you would have imagined. So all this is called as spatial intelligence. SPATIA, spatial intelligence. And exploring the nature. Some of them, they go to Himalayas, they go for a trek, they go on ride, all these kind of things, exploring the nature, going out, bird watch. You may also check whether your child is very good at it. They they love to go to the nature and explore it. Or you want to garden, home garden, and you want to grow the indoor plants and all that. Any of these kind of things, you have some pets, you care for them. All these are naturalistic intelligence that you have. Then this is another part wherein you read, you listen, you speak, you debate, you discuss. All these are the linguistic intelligence, language related. Next, this we already discussed about athletics and all that. So this is bodily kinesthetic, musical, and setting the goals. I think you know what goals to set for your spouse. You know what kind of goals you need for your children or in your workplace. You're very good at it, and you are. If you are here today with Veena, you want to pursue something, you want to achieve something, you have some interest, some passion that is driving you to get and work towards it. All these are intrapersonal intelligence. You reflect on it. You want to work alone on certain things. So this is all related to one internal aspect. So that is called as intrapersonal intelligence. And the next part is doing a lot of experiments, questioning. I used to get a lot of scoldings during my, childhood and school days. I had a lot of questions, especially related to the spiritual thing and why Krishna has told that it is only all good things himself and not the bad thing. There used to be no answer for all that in the family. So, you are Talaharte questions. You have a lot of Talaharte questions. So stop doing all kind of things. How many of you, as parents, sometime you are so tired, you have told your son or daughter saying that enough of your nonsense questions. How many of you have told that? Please raise your hands. Or you have got the scoldings that way, saying that, yes, Kalyani, thank you so much. Isn't it? Yes, Meenu, thank you. So we all would have got this questioning is something, the quest to learn or to find out, that logical thing is what we will be looking for. There's some logic behind it, something that is not connecting for us, which pushes us to ask question, analyze, think. This is called as logical mathematical intelligence. If you see, some of them are very good at patterns and rangoli. Do you think that is something which is based to today, mandala art and so many things have come in? It's all about the patterns and everything. Please identify that and say that, yes, I'm an intelligent person. I am powerful and I have this intelligence. Say that to yourself. And some of you are very good at numbers. You're much more better than your spouse, or you know how to calculate, you know how to manage your family, finances, and so many things. I'm not a rank holder in math, but I still can have all these skills and still become an intelligent, mathematical, logical, intelligent person. I am. Or you can say that to yourself. So these are all some of the intelligences. We have just had a small glimpse of it. So if you say you're music smart, then it is musical intelligence. Body smart. Some of you know how to maintain your body. You know what is happening. There's some people in your family, you just check out. They know if there is the sugar levels is more, they immediately know what thing to do. My mother used to do that. If the sugar goes down, she would immediately know, immediately put some sugar, water, take it. So that means they have that awareness on the body. The body smart is very, very important because Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Anything that we want to achieve, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, whatever be it, it is this physical body that is very, very important. So, body smartness, all of us have, but the only thing is we have not prioritized it. So, that is very important. People smart. How many of you feel that you are people smart? Now, let us have a quiz kind. Out of all this, I'll take you through again. Which, what is your strength and smartness? I want all of you to raise your hands and say that how many of the intelligence that you have. Are you ready? Yes? Awesome. So then word smart is the language related. Logic smart, just now we discussed, it is mathematical. Nature smart, self smart is one understanding one's own inner self. It is about the physical body is one. You have your emotional body, mental body, right? Pancha koshas, when we talk about, you have Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. These are all the koshas what we have. So the self smart is for all these sukshma shariras. Body smart is for the physical body. That is the sthula sharira. So we can. Picture smart is where, that visualization, imagination and all that. These things come. So this is how the entire intelligence, though many of them say that, this is whether research oriented, all that, because this is done by a famous, you know, educationist, with through which you will identify it is there in each and every person. The only thing is what we look at it, how we look at it, that is more important. With this, I just want you to participate and say that how many of you feel that, can we have your videos now again? Just to raise our hands and identify that. How many of you felt that I have five intelligence? Raise your hands. You feel that you have five. Wonderful. Neely will share her intelligence, list of intelligence. Yes, please. I think they'll need permission to unmute, I believe. Veena, you're also on mute.
Yes, Neely,
Yeah.
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's musical,
Hmm.
intrapersonal, and imaginary. Which one that is? It's
Spatial
in the
intelligence.
spatial intelligence,
Hmm.
linguistic,
Hmm.
and logical.
Logical. Awesome. Linguistic need not be only English. Whichever is your mother tongue, whatever the language that
Bengali,
you're
yeah.
into. Yeah.
Bengali.
Bengali, ma'am.
Bengali, awesome. That's what I'm saying. So you might be extraordinary in your language. Language doesn't, because we are talking in English,
Yes, I
that
love my
perception,
mother
and
tongue.
that perception will be there. We'll be assuming that it is English. It's not that. Yeah. Awesome. Give a big round of applause to Neeli. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
Awesome.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Awesome. How many of you felt that? Yeah. So many things I have. Yes, Kalyani.
Kalyani, you can unmute.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's again first is musical,
Yeah. Okay.
second is logistic,
Hmm. Logical.
intrapersonal. Yeah, logical,
Was awesome.
intrapersonal,
Okay.
and again just to remember, not remembering the name actually.
No, it's okay.
Just
You
a
don't tell
minute.
me the name. You tell me the activity, then I'll help you give the name.
Yeah,
You
it's
can come on
about
video, Kalyani. You can come
body
on video.
smart,
Hmm?
body smart, body
Body
smart.
smart.
Okay. Bodily kinesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, and one more is it's nature smart.
Nature smart. Wonderful. Wonderful. Awesome. Are you able to identify your children also, if you're married and you have your family?
Yes,
Are you able to
yes,
identify that? Awesome. More
yes.
power to you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kalyani.
you.
Thank you.
Others,
Thank you.
how many of you would love to share? Yes, just express. Yes, Rupali is ready, I believe. Yes, Rupali.
Rupali, yes, you can unmute, ma. Unmute.
You're on mute still. Rupali, we can't hear you.
I have
Yeah.
allowed you to unmute. Just try again. क्या हो रहा है?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
Yeah,
on.
Yes,
Yeah, you
yes,
can.
you can speak. Hello, Rupali.
Yeah, it's picture smart for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Next was uh, body smart, and then
Awesome.
organizing
Yeah.
things. Um, then people smart, interpersonal communication with people.
Okay.
Nature smart,
Wonderful.
and music smart.
Awesome. More power to you. Super. So, did you think that you are smart in so many things earlier? Yes or
No,
no?
definitely not.
Awesome. So, thank you so much for sharing, Rupali. Thank you. More power to you. Yes, others. Yes, Dr. Shashrika is ready. Yes.
Yes, Shashi.
Hi. Yeah, hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
I had doubts also, so I'm not like very clear on my smartness. maybe I can say I'm not excelling in this, but I have this smartness. So in that way, I'll tell linguistic,
Okay.
kinesthetic,
Mm.
interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturalistic, nature smart, and I have a discrepancy in mathematical and logic. I feel they're two different things, so I have doubt on that. Logically, I'm smart, but not mathematically. That way, I want to say.
See, they are put together. It is for you to analyze, think about it. See, the logical aspect, maybe you may not be, see, that's a part of it. Number smart, sometimes you may not be, but you can think logically and say whether you may not know the theorem, but you know the step, you may feel that yes, something is wrong here, something is not perfect. You're getting it. Maybe we have learned our theorems and all that long ago. It's not only about numbers, okay? But it is the logical analytical aspect or the thinking aspect is what is connected with math. Math, you need to think a lot. But when you're drawing, it is more of the emotional body that works. Here it is the mental. Whether it is logical or mathematical, it is more about the numbers. When you start, it is more about the thinking. When you're doing drawing and all that, you're enjoying it. So it takes you to the world of, the emotional aspect, the joy and happiness. So that is special. And
Yeah.
doctors are, once you're into that science mode, accepting certain things will also be, but since you're into this tribe and this group, so you would
Yeah.
have had a
Good
different experience
balance. Good
altogether.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Meena, I
Dr.
have a
Shiv.
question related to
Yes.
this intelligences, the different types of intelligence. We are all good in drawing, okay, as children. Ask
Mm.
any child to draw anything, you colors, putty, give pencil, pen, they'll write on walls also. Okay. How come we lose that later? I mean, we think we are not good in drawing. We actually have it, but we
Mm.
start to think maybe I'm not good in it. So, is every child gifted with this artistic or drawing intelligence? And how do we lose it? Is my question.
Most of the children have all these intelligence,
Wow. Okay.
all eight. But
Oh.
when they start questioning at the age of 3 or 4, what is the first thing after a point? We
Uh,
want our children to talk, 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 talk. Oh, my child spoke one word, two word. We feel happy when they start. When they start questioning, what is that we do? This is enough. Stop questioning. Stop arguing.
mm,
No more questions. Do we do that? When the
yes.
child actually develops that skill very naturally in an innate form, we curb it. Drawing, when the child does, is drawing. Is this a drawing? You're
Mm,
scribbling. When the first time when the child holds the pencil and scribbles, you feel so happy. Your world is like, oh, my child started scribbling, holding the pencil. So nice. We take all photos.
mm,
After a few days, when they start scribbling on the walls and everything, we don't want them to destroy the walls.
mm,
We don't want them to only do drawing. Hey, every time you're doing drawing, drawing, drawing. When are you going to study? We start from LKG itself or M1, M2. That is the age. Then that is skilled. And you say, what, like girls you're drawing, huh? Especially for boys. I mean,
mm,
that is still there in many I've seen many parents commenting like that. If the child expresses the emotion also, you're crying like a girl. This is a known scenario for many of you. You know that. Drawing is for girls, dancing is for girls, and only that badminton or cricket is for boys. All these kind of, labeling what we have done has
mm,
not allowed children to explore. If a boy plays with the toys of a kitchen, it is not acceptable, even today. How many of you feel that? Maybe you might have
yes.
observed your neighbor children or your own children or somebody, or sometimes we don't even have time to even observe
At
what
least
is
the
happening in
elders
our
in the
children.
home may bring it out, though we accept elders are there, other relatives are there who have these beliefs and they start to point out.
All that is there. And it is without our knowledge. Even I have also commented sometimes some things to my son.
Ah,
All this is what going to happen.
mm, okay. Rupali was
Yes,
going to
very true,
discuss.
Rupali. Very true. Even I'm also one of that victim.
Priorities.
Bharatanatyam and theater is
Hmm.
what I was more interested in. But
Yes, Kalyani,
study,
you want
study,
to
study.
share anything?
Yeah.
Kalyani has
Huh?
raised her hand. Kalyani has raised her hand.
Yes, Kalyani.
You want to speak or okay? Okay, no, she says. No, she's okay. Continue, Meena. Thank you,
So
Kalyani.
this is how we curb children from their abilities. Children have that writing. Many children come for this book writing
Hmm.
course, right?
Hmm.
The first thing is they want to write, the parents, the minute the child starts writing, my child's sentence is not correct, spelling is not correct.
Hmm.
So these are the first thing that they have complaints. See, first the child let it start exploring and writing and doing. The child never stood and walked without falling, without crawling and all that. All this, like how the process went on, child should be allowed even to read or write in the same manner, which doesn't happen. Because we want them to be perfect. Handwriting should be neat, no spelling mistake, no grammatical mistake, no punctuation mistake. Where will the child love writing? Today's world, as it is, they don't want to write. They don't want to read. They want only gadgets and they want to. And now, if you have younger children, they will be taken over by the e-books or audiobooks. And they don't want to read. Why should I read? Anyway, audiobooks are there. If I listen to that, I can do it. When the technology has come so much, but any time the writing has its own importance. When children hold and write, this is the acupressure points, the movements, everything will help them to build the neural connections. Most of the parents say, my child doesn't like writing, so why should my child write? Write. Only this is enough. This doesn't give that movement. This is only this much. The movement is restricted only so much. But when this happens, there is a movement they hold, they move in a different pattern. For every letter, there is a different hand movement, which will help them to build more and more neural connections. So that is the activating the neural connections is very, very important. That is the reason why the writing has to be enhanced. And one more thing I would like to say, listening and speaking are naturally it happens naturally for children because they listen and they try to imitate us. They speak. This happens naturally. Maybe that polishing thing is required. That's a different altogether. But reading doesn't happen naturally. Writing doesn't happen naturally. There is an effort that need to be. See, you may talk, your child imitates the same words, very naturally picked. But if you are a very good voracious reader, it is not necessary that your child should also become a wonderful reader. How many of you agree with that? Even writing. You might be very good at writing. My handwriting is excellent. My son's handwriting may or may not be good. Writing, even the writing aspect also. So, how many of you felt that? Yes. And if anybody is willing to share their intelligence, please go ahead. Would like to listen to one or two more. Any questions, please feel free to ask.
Raise your hand or type me in the chat so that you can unmute and speak. Meenu, would you like to share? Yes, Geeta.
Yeah.
Shashi has a question. Yes,
Yes.
Shashi. Yes, Shashi.
Ma'am, I really thought because kids imitate, I thought when if parents are voracious readers and writers, maybe the kids will learn that. I don't have that experience, but I really thought it was like that.
No, it happens because that culture has to be built in. If there is a culture at home to sit and read, the child picks up easily. See, that's what we recommend also. We say that you want your child to read, but I'm 3/4 of the time with this, and you ask them to read, they don't. There is a like how we want certain culture and habits to be built in the family, even to have an interaction. Once children cross, that adolescent, they don't open up easily. They don't even talk to you. They don't share anything with you. That common platform to be built in the family, wherein, the parents will share their flaws and their struggles of their adolescent period, wherein the child opens up and shares. And there we should not be critical. You should be a good listener. At least you should feel happy that they are sharing or opening up and telling something. Even if they go wrong, let them openly share with us. So that is one thing to be built. Even reading and writing, if that is not attractive. When the TV screen is running and somebody is sitting in the reading and corner and reading, it doesn't motivate. But if all of them in the family are, into the habit of reading, the child may pick up. That's what I'm saying. The child may pick up. There is no hard and fast rule. But speaking, will your child stop speaking? We can't say speaking, they may pick up speaking. They definitely pick up speaking. They may pick up listening. No, they definitely pick up listening. Later it becomes, filtered listening and, selective listening and all these kind of terminologies, whatever we give. So this is how things go on. Yes.
Yes, good question. Geeta, you wanted to share something about your intelligence. Did you identify Geeta?
Um,
Yes, Geeta. Hi.
Actually, hello everyone. Yeah, it was really a eye opener to have all these different areas. Can I have the chart, please, so that I can? Uh, uh, Sorry,
The
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 types of intelligence, right?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes.
I can share
I
it
was.
with you.
Yeah, please
Thank
share.
you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was thinking I'm more mathematical and logical, actually. I am like a content analyst, I am. So
Hmm.
I need logic, I need analogy. As Dr. Shashi Rekha had mentioned, I don't know if I'm excellent in it, but I feel I'm quite in that zone. So I would say I'm more mathematical and logical, and
Hmm.
I have quite an interest in music actually. So I would say I'm quite musically inclined too. And as I love that you said thank you, Veena. So I love that. Um, it's good to have know that you're inclined this way. Yeah. So I'm quite people smart also, I would say. I connect well with people. So I was thinking I'm like in four different places, and linguistically I'm pretty decent also, I think. Like I have a flair of speaking languages, and I love to learn languages. So
That is also intelligence only.
yeah,
Not
the one
everyone
thing.
can pick up so many languages or, at least develop the interest towards language. It's not
Yes,
possible for all. Yeah.
yeah, I'm very curious that way, and it's a beautiful session, and I loved your presentation, Meena ma'am. It's
Thank
fantastic, and the quotes and the connection with the different sensations and senses. It was fantastic. I mean, you know that this person has been around and knows all these things, and yeah, bang on it was. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Geeta.
So it's not like, I may have or may not. The percentage varies. When you say there's one or two very dominant will be there, and then the rest will be following. Like,
I
the
think
scope.
the
Yeah.
challenge is going to be finding the degree or the one passionate thing. Like again, we have tests and things, and to determine that. I think that is the one place that yeah I struggle. So
Mm.
I know I am constantly quantifying myself. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm a 6 in this, or I'm a 7 in this, or I'm probably a 5 in this. I don't know what I'm a 10 in or something like that. I cannot. Uh, I
There
will
are
stop.
various tests related to this.
Yeah,
In the
that.
last one of the sessions of one of my friend, I had shared that sheet. for them
Mhm.
to first assess. But I thought I'll take it in a different way. First to feel the joy of understanding and,
Very
feeling that. Then
very
you
beautiful.
can have your scores and check and also know about what is your intelligence, where it is, and how much it is. And,
And again,
we
I
can.
think
Hmm,
with children, I think it is an evolving thing too. Like probably once a year or 2 years once, we have to constantly, talk to them or find out what is their area of interest at that point in time. So I think that will be helpful. It'll be nice to have some kind of a yardstick to
hmm,
determine, okay, this year my child is interested in music, or, there seems to be a lot of interest in logic, that will really help to, guide the children is my thought, ma'am. Yeah. Okay.
definitely. And the best part is the observation. You need not sit and observe the child like, in the science lab or something, the observation kind. But at least if we are noticing them and seeing their day-to-day activities, we'll also get to know what kind of intelligence. There'll be shift. Initially, when my son started in seventh, he said, I will become only Sanskrit related. I want to become a scholar kind. Then it shifted. Like, that changes based on the environment, based on the peer pressure or their own interest at times, changes. But they may, you see, when they were young, whatever they would have told, after a few days going, they go around and come back to the same thing. That is the very important aspect. As parents, if we observe them at the early few years, that is very crucial. That's very, very crucial. If you observe that, then, that is where the actual core is. Then it takes a deviation and goes all over because it is like, like how we are exploring and we are trying to figure out and come to one particular point. So because we also would have tried different routes and different things, finally we end up sticking on to one thing. But again, when you stick on to that, after a few years, it opens up, it goes. It's not like there is one fixed activity or one fixed work that we do. There's some passion, some push. I started as an English and history methods in my B.Ed. When I joined, I became a Sanskrit teacher because of my degree and master degree. Then it went on, it took a different, I even did my Montessori, elementary Montessori trained teacher. So wherein I got an opportunity to work with even from grade 1 to upper grades. From 10th, I came down and I worked with all kindergarten also. It's a crucial thing, having that complete spectrum and understanding them and knowing their needs and working towards it. So that's a really wonderful journey. And I would also want to share one more thing. Where I was working, children got an opportunity to know the entire Ramayana.
Wow.
That was narrated in Kannada. And I took it as an opportunity because children wanted to write or express. And making them do it in an English language was a challenge because the more focus was on Sanskrit and Kannada in the school. So then I made them write the entire Ramayana in their own words. They started on one side the drawing of the story and the other side. Beautiful work they did. They wrote the
Wow.
entire Ramayana that was narrated to them inch by inch. Some of them even wrote the Valmiki shlokas quoting there
Wow.
because it again depends on every child's ability.
Mm.
But the only thing is how you give them that opening towards and make them do the task is something which is very amazing. They
Hats off
will
to you, Meena. Hats
complete.
off.
Yeah.
And very well explained, how the child develops, how it's a life journey for each one of us. Yes. Anyone else wants to share? Meenu, you wanted to share?
Thank you all for your messages.
Yes. It's a very beautiful interactive session about ourselves, our kids, intelligence. We are brainstorming in a way and asking questions to the right person who can answer it. Yes, Meenu. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. Hi, Veena ma'am and Meena ma'am, both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to hear you, Veena ma'am. We learned a lot of things that how our children have different kind of abilities. Uh, add skills which we basically didn't able wasn't able to categorize, as they could have those skills also. We were might be knowing about them, but never observed them thoroughly, or never gave it a name to that particular skill. It was like that we knew it, but we didn't want it to recognize or acknowledge it, that this could be something which could be beneficial for them and could be a skill which can add value to them. So that's something which we learned today. And yes, thanks to you for sharing such beautiful insights with us. And we learned about ourselves as well as our family members too, that what good skills they possess, and how we can basically add more value to those skills by enhancing them with the more knowledge and understanding of it right now, with your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was really amazing, Meenu. The way you put things was superb. The only thing is, like, all this intelligence, when we know it at an early age, we think that, okay, this is also an intelligence, so I should nurture. It
That's
will
true.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we think that drawing is waste, only reading or only math. All this put together becomes a wonderful, uh, we can develop a wonderful personality in a child. So also us, we can still acquire certain skills, or these all are learnable skills which we can. And it's like, even if I enjoy the music, I may not be good at singing. If I enjoy the music, that's also a part. Not that everyone can enjoy that,
Yeah,
the joy and expression and the emotions, everything. Thank you so much.
that's true. And the example which you gave on Veena ma'am's question, that we start with drawing. Every child has that art or skill. But then, as and when we go into the academic sessions of the children, and then we start saying that, when are you going to study? That's something I think which every parent does, and we all relate to it. But yeah, with the understanding of the concept, maybe we can improve ourselves and can be better
Awareness,
with our
yeah,
children. Yes.
yes. Being aware of, and working, oh, this is also intelligence. The minute we think of that word, that shifts completely in our self also, and we say that, yes, let my child continue with this kind of approach comes. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone wants to ask anything? Open forum. Is it okay, Meena? We have
Yeah.
another
Perfectly
8
fine.
minutes, so
Perfectly
some
fine.
questions moms may be getting. If anything you want to share, you can
Any
unmute or you can
language,
type in the chat.
Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi,
Oh, okay.
Samskrita, English.
Samskrita.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Just raise your hand, I'll unmute you, or you can type your question in the chat.
Even if children have, please make your child ask. No issues.
If children want to ask, also welcome.
Uh,
Yes,
I
Rupali.
have a question.
Yes, please.
It's about my daughter. So my daughter is a very good dancer. She used to love dancing.
How old is she?
I was thinking, now she's 16.
16.
But
Okay. Yeah.
and even she is good in drawing. I always encouraged her to participate in dance programs and her drawings also. But I have seen that after past few years, she just doesn't want to do it. I tried talking it out to her. I tried asking her, what is it? Why is it that you're not participating? Or why you don't want to do it? But she said, no, I just don't want to do it. And I'm not trying, I'm not able to figure it out because I didn't want to discourage her or, stop her from doing anything the way I was being treated when I was a child. In fact, I always encouraged her to participate in all the dance programs. But I'm not able to figure out, what is it that is going wrong, or, what is it that is going in which direction, that why that sudden shift of interest is happening. It's not that she hates dancing. She still loves dancing. But then she doesn't want to participate, or she doesn't want to even dance. Nor does she wants to draw.
There is no single answer for that. I may give one or two things. One is their interest shift. I think that also you mentioned. The interest shift is one thing. Second, in their peers, if they don't have anyone, that may also not motivate some children. There are some children, they don't mind their group. The group influence will not be there for some children. They move ahead and they continue with and they pursue that. Here, some children will have this aspect also. Like, they have that. Or they may think they might have some point felt that academics is more important or I need to focus on that. So, this, there are some thoughts children have. I may not be able to make money with my drawing. I may not be able to make money with my dance. In many houses, many cases, it has happened. What if you keep drawing and sitting? Do you think you will get money? These kind of comments are there in the families,
Right,
which,
right.
huh?
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah. So you just have to have an interaction. You say, I mean, even sometimes they may open up, they may not open up. But you can leave it at that. Gradually they may feel like coming back. So at some age, some point, they may feel like picking it up and going. And whatever the seeds that are sown at the early age, it won't get damaged if they have already, grown to that extent. It will come back.
Rupali,
It would have,
Meena is telling you also to restart your dance Bharatanatyam.
yeah. Maybe that will help you when you dance with your daughter. That may give a different joy to her, which she may also feel like going ahead. Yes.
Yes. Good,
Yes,
Mm,
sir. Thank
good,
you.
great answers by Meena.
mm,
I really
yeah.
loved it. One more question, Meena. Rajmani has
Yes.
a question. How to
Mm.
balance the different abilities the child is having? It may happen like jack of all trades and master of none. How to make to concentrate on one thing?
Awesome. Wonderful question. What is the age of the child?
His daughter is 17, right, Rajmani?
How
Uh,
old is your child?
Rajmani, please type age of Chetan. Her daughter is 17. Chetan is 20 now. Son is elder, daughter is younger. They've almost crossed their teens. Son is 19, daughter is 17. Meena.
So this is related to son, is it? Jack of all.
Is it
Huh?
about Deepthi or Chetan, Rajmani, or both you are asking this question? Is it a general question?
Ma'am, daughter, ma'am.
Yes, daughter. Yes.
Daughter. How old is she?
17 completed, ma'am.
17. See, it is like, it's more about they are exploring. Jack
Yes,
of
ma'am.
all.
She was like good in music as well as drawing, as well as good in like body. You said, no, I'm swimming. Uh, she was good all
Bodily
in
kindness.
that as
Yeah.
well. Yes, she used to write with her left hand and have
How
the
many?
music synthesizer with the right hand.
So
And
the hand shift has happened, is it?
yes, ma'am. Like she writes with her left hand,
Hmm.
and but she music she synthesizer, no, ma'am. Synthesizer, she plays it with her right hand, and she's good in maths. Like she has many of the abilities.
See,
But
whatever is there, when they choose one, all this will reflect and will add a boost to the skill or the activity or the profession that she chooses.
yes, ma'am.
All this becomes a complement to one what she chooses as a career or whatever her
5 minutes
passion
will
in
come.
her
Or
life.
take a plate and serve yourself.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is not like jack of all. This all these flavors will add, she will come up with something totally unique.
Okay.
She may come up with a totally unique thing. So it is mainly one profession, what she chooses, all this will be a supplement to that. So not to worry. Jack of all, like, you would have tried.
That
I
is what
mean,
I'm worried. Like her
if
mind
we check
gets
in our
shifted
lives, if we
from
check in our lives, we would have
yes,
started with something. Then we would have
yes,
moved to something else. Then we would have
yes,
moved to
ma'am.
something else. Children are also exploring like us. We have to give room for that. That is one thing.
Okay.
And you had another question. So,
Another question is from Rajmani. Is it done? Do you want to ask anything more?
Like, ma'am, depending upon the abilities, how to make them choose their career.
Rajmani, career counseling is one thing will help. If you know, if children are ready to have an interaction with you, and if you have a good knowledge about what you can
Hmm.
open up for them to choose, that will help. Or you can go for a career counseling one, have the talk, interact with
Yes.
them. So then they choose. That will also, most of the time, if it is, if you're asking for your son who is 19 years, if I'm right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Uh, Too much of female energy influence will not work.
Hmm.
Somewhere that male role kind of interaction they prefer. Otherwise everywhere mother, 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 women, women, women. School also they would have seen most of the years. I mean, this is the general, as a mother of a 19-year-old, I am also sharing with you. So they prefer that kind of energy. That energy shift is something which they prefer. You can talk, check out what his passion is, what his interest is, whether he is more open to you or your husband or all of you together. Your daughter is also 17. It's a right age to have an interaction, which will help. Let the boys to an extent explore and come back. They'll explore and come back to what they want to. How is he in your
Okay,
his?
ma'am.
It all matters. Like what their academic level is. It's not like some general generic thing. What I can share right now, whatever you asked for.
Yes.
We need to go probe more into and go in detail.
Yes.
Rajmani,
I
I
may
would
not.
also suggest Kapil Gupta, sir. She also knows. Meena also knows Kapil Gupta. He's a career counselor. So he has already offered his service. So I think I'll share the information with Rajmani. She can consult him. It will help.
It is better,
Okay, ma'am.
so
Sure,
that
ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
our interference, more than our interference, somebody will have and somebody guides.
Hmm.
Sometimes they need that kind of different energies.
Hmm.
I would talk in the terms of energies.
Hmm.
They prefer that. It is more than the logical aspect. There are various other aspects that need to be addressed. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Thank you.
Hope
got it.
Thank you,
this helped you.
Rajmani.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Is
you
it
so
okay
much.
if we extend by 10 minutes because Renuka
Sure.
has one question.
I think
Shalini
Shalini also
wants to
has.
speak and Shashi also,
Yeah,
Dr.
please.
Shashi. So Renuka has a question. My son is good in drawing but not coloring. So is that a problem?
No problem. No problem at all. See, it
Renuka, you
all
want to
depends.
speak? You want to speak? Unmute and speak.
Yeah, if you can specifically tell me a little more, Renuka, I can help you.
Renuka. Yeah.
Hi, Veena ma'am.
Hi,
Hi,
Renuka.
Meenu. Ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Uh,
able to hear you.
my son is really good in drawing. Like he can
How
draw
old is he?
nicely.
How old is he?
Is 11.
11. Okay. Mm.
But seems like he put more color. I mean, if you put more color, he keep on adding colors,
Mm.
and it looks very ugly later. I mean, the thing is, it's so beautifully drawn, but coloring wise, he cannot put into together. Like
Okay.
he cannot.
There's a simple tips or a suggestion I can give you. One is they want to explore with the colors. So what you can do is you can Xerox that, get a copy of that, ask him to do it on the original. See, you can tell him this becomes a document for him, because this, for his future, this will add to his profile. Because you say that he is in 11th, you can make him understand that this will add to his profile. Because tomorrow, what kind of education he will be into, if he wants to go abroad or anywhere. Today, the education system is changing so much. By the time they come to 10th and 12th, it will be a totally different aspect. So what you can do is
No,
ask him to explore.
incidentally, Renuka is in USA now. So children are studying there.
Okay. So this way you can make him understand that this will add to their profile, and so you can have a photocopy of that and ask him to explore, or ask him to do the same thing on another sheet and then do it, because this pencil shading is also a wonderful art on its own. So just a drawing, sketching is also So you have to communicate and tell him so that
I
he
know,
can.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am a
sorry.
good artist. I mean, I draw a lot and I am a good artist, but seems like I cannot teach my kids. So it's like I cannot tell them.
Which is your
That's
mother tongue, Renuka?
I Kannada.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಿತ್ಲುಗಿಡ ಮದ್ದಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು.
ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ವಾಸನೆ, ಆ ಟಿಂಚ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಆತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅನದರ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್.
Okay,
Or
thank you.
allow him, let him make a mess. He should feel one day I am messing everything.
So what's happening is like ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಕಲರಿಂಗ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ದೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, ನಾನ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೆ ನಾನ್ ಡ್ರಾನೇ ನನ್ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಸರಿಗ್
That
ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ,
demotivates him.
ನನ್ ಸರಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ರೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ನೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ವೇನೋ ಆತರ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾನೆ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
So
ನೀವ್
ಹಂಗಾಗಿ
ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೇಳಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಸಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ವೇ ಯು ಡೂ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅದೊಂಥರ ಕಲರಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ how it happens. And you can give him some videos, like something I saw in some Insta a few days back. One color little, that shading, grading, ಅದೇನು you call it as
value exercise, values.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ there's some term that they use, I've forgotten. I also used to do drawing and coloring and painting and all that. So shading ಇನ್ನೊಂದು tinge, something that tint and shade, correct, exactly. So that part ಅವನ್ಗೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೇಬಿ ಹಿಲ್ ಪಿಕಪ್. ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ.
Good question and good answer.
Thank you,
lovely. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yes, Dr.
ಶಾಲಿನಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶಶಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ?
Yes,
ಶಶಿ
Shalini.
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್. ಶಾಲಿನಿ ಏನೋ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ.
No, she says she want to ask in the end.
Okay, perfect. ಶಶಿ ಹೇಳಿಪ್ಪ.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I have two questions, if you can answer quickly. One is regarding my son who's 3 years. I have allowed him to explore both the hands. So I have not restricted, this is eating hand, this is non-eating hand. But the surrounding is doing that for him, but I can't tell everybody. So what is right? I wanted to know, because I want him to be both the right brain and left brain.
Ambidextrous.
Ambi, whichever is dominant for him, let it go. So I'm not forcing him for right hand eating only. So he's doing both currently.
ನೀವು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ, if you observe, you will know. You to pick the objects or whatever, your child, which is the hand that naturally goes, just observe. So that will give you that.
Currently, he will use both hands. Currently, because of his age.
Okay, you give the pencil for him to hold and scribble. That will give you an idea whether he is more comfortable with his left or right. See, I am comfortable writing in right hand. I've taught or I'm trained or whatever. But for me to pick anything, I use my left hand. I've got scoldings also. Edgai is not, it's like all this. That's it. But when you pick, bag hakkolo hago illa. You should not eat with your left hand. That's also a rule. Just check out which hand goes naturally when. So that will help.
Given 2 pencils. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pencils will be a good activity. And even you can give, because in 3 years, dough making, all this Montessori kind, for them to use that plastic scissors and all that. Give such things to identify which hand is more dominant. Through that, you will get to know. Just allow him to do. People are correcting. I mean, you can't stop certain things in life, right?
Because they're also coming and telling me, this is eating hand now, this is not eating.
That training will be there from the family. We have to acknowledge and respect it. But with other activities, when you give other than eating and writing, any other activity, nobody will stop. If they are using scissors with left hand and cutting, nobody will come and tell you. Only for eating, washing, these things, these 2 hands become important. Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, my second question is, I want to know which type this goes into. Person who is becoming suddenly moody. matlab a small kid only around 7 to 8 years, who is very happy at the moment, but something not going in the favor turns moody, in the sense starts opposing to everything, or starts being stubborn to that situation and leaves everything and goes away. So what character or will this fit into, and how to address this? And this is a general question, not my kids. I have observed this.
See, it all depends on the environment also at home. It depends on the fathers, mothers, or grandparents. The influence of, one genetic aspect will also be there. It's like, not all kids. Some they throw tantrums like anything. And they show all kinds of things wherein they want their work to be done. So it all depends on the way they are into, how the family members, there are certain things. Your son may pick up some qualities of yours and some qualities of your husband. Maybe some qualities you don't want your child to pick up from yours, but that you will see evidently. All these things will be there. That's a part of the.
Okay, so it is not something about intrapersonal, it doesn't come into that, right?
See, that it is too early for those
Okay.
kids to come to a conclusion or something like. It all depends, they are still in that growing stage and exploring and understanding and building themselves. So, they see, oh, my father behaves like this in this kind of things, situations. So maybe that is how I have to. It is all of imitating aspects which work many times. They pick up from each person.
Correct.
Sometimes
I
whatever
agree.
we don't want to pick up from us, from our spouse, you will see evidently seen in children, which is we need to work on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so
Just
much.
to
Yeah.
add about left hand, what Shashi asked, my son is writing with left hand, his dominant hand is left hand. From childhood, we did not stop. He used to be ambidextrous. Gradually, left became dominant. But we only one thing we thought: eat with your right hand. At the hell, but till now he eats with right hand. And
Anything else? Left
so if
hand.
he gets a spoon, he will use left hand. This is funny. Spoon ittu
Okay.
andre left hand spoon alle tintane. Usually right hand eating. Left hand is the dominant. So it will develop by itself. And for the
Yeah.
moms with grown-up children, teens, watch Wake Up Sid the movie ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. All the struggles is all summed up there. Sometimes from movies also we can learn how kids' minds work. So thank you, Shashi, for asking those wonderful questions. Shalini, over to you. Last one question. Yes. Shalini, chat ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ? Chat ಇದೆ, I'll read it. Chat. Okay. Shalini is chatting. Okay. So my son, 12 years, fond of computer games or phone games. He ranks 83rd place in Bangalore. Oh, oh, wonderful. Okay. So what's the question, Shalini? What's the question? Not interested in studies, but he studies pretty well. Okay.
Allow him.
Allow him.
But
Okay.
have a, set a time for,
Hmm.
that schedule has to come with all the members in the family.
Hmm.
Okay. So it is mainly give some time. It's not like, today you fix a timetable, tomorrow everyone will follow. We are also struggling, being into this training industry and coaching. I am supposed to do certain aspects. There is a timetable, there is a timing, everything. But out of which 1/4 is still not achieved by me. Let me tell you very honestly. So it all takes that consistent effort. Even out of the schedule that you make, say there are 8 to 10, even if your child does one, acknowledge that, appreciate that, and leave it. Don't question about the remaining 11. And this is for all of us. Because when you start observing and acknowledging and appreciating small wins, it will compound over a period of time. But we are very good at judging, we are very good at correcting, we are very good at finding fault, many things, than observing that small little change or shift that has happened. So that conscious, continuous, consistent effort is required. Then it is perfectly fine. Please go ahead with that. Fairly good in academics. Give them some time. You know, who knows? He may be in the industry tomorrow building some wonderful games which are value oriented, which may help the community altogether rather than getting into wrong direction. If you can see that positiveness and how people are in need of that value system, maybe that will trigger him and help him to develop such games in future. We don't know. So he may be now interested in that. Tomorrow he may become an entrepreneur or build something wonderfully. He tells he wants to be wonderful. Please allow them to have that big vision. And blogger is something, writing blogs and all that. If he is good at it, encourage him to do a lot of writing.
Put him to reading class with Meena.
Reading,
Reading,
writing. Many of my children are writing lot of books. If you can just give me a second, I'll get
Yes,
the
yes.
books that are
Okay,
published.
yeah. Yes. So I would like to add for Shalini's question, it is a common question by many moms. Even I had this when my son was in his high school. At that time, always used to watch TV, and even you wanted to miss school because he wanted to watch TV. TV was the gadget then. So what we moms do, we have big fears. If he is like this, he will not study, then what will happen in future? So at least nothing that bad will happen. So somewhere they have to get their own responsibility. There is one age where whatever we say they'll follow. Somehow we can make them follow. We can force our kids. After one age they'll not listen. That phase comes. After that another phase comes when they start to become responsible. So I want moms to wait patiently for that phase. Keep advising, keep encouraging, keep appreciating, acknowledging. Do your best. Be patient and wait for that phase when that responsibility will strike them, because you can no longer help. They are not small kids. This is my simple advice. Yes,
And
Meena.
one more best thing is, as what she has added already, visualizing. We visualizing good things about them, positive things about them. That aura and that energy completely shifts. Our conscious effort is required. We need to, when we say my son is such a naughty fellow, that with pride many parents say that my son is very naughty. It is very difficult to control him. It is very, he never does any writing. He hates, he hates going school. We say that with pride, or some with frustration. Don't ever do that. Say, yes, my son will be good. He will study, because that is the peaceful, whatever we feel is the kind of energy that we are passing on to them. So naturally, we are indirectly helping them to manifest what we are thinking about. So
Well
that
said. Well said.
effort is required.
Yes.
So these are
Every
the books
mom.
what our
Oh,
children have
so
written.
colorful.
This is
Very nice.
the
Very
Tales
nice.
from the Jungle, and this
Uh-huh.
is Whimsical
Wow.
Adventures for Young Minds. And this time they have written Namma Ganesha. The entire, you can see children's photos holding Ganesha in their
Super.
hand. So the entire cover page is designed
Yeah,
differently.
designs are very
And
attractive.
in this time, this is in the third book, they decided they want all their illustrations, drawings,
Oh, their
everything,
own
and
illustrations.
their own illustrations. Or
Oh,
every story has an illustration.
wonderful.
They have created their own illustrations, and it
So
has
lovely.
been done beautifully. This is how you can see this Ganesha with anger, cursing Kubera.
If they write in drawing book, we say it's just a drawing, but when it comes out like this as a book, then it
Yeah.
becomes really something. Wow.
So children are doing wonderful. They have lovely imagination, creativity. Only thing is they need the channel to
Channel.
be,
Yes,
you know,
Meena is the channel. So get in touch with Meena and she will take your children's all 8 intelligences. She'll mold them and bring out, something tangible out of it, which is their own book. And name of the book, I'll share it in the group, Kalyani. All the books links, Meena will share her contact details.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to add, Meena, at the end of the session?
I should thank you for this wonderful session. Interacting with parents after a long time, that too related to children. I love doing that.
Yes.
And they are the real treasure. The only thing that is, when we are peaceful, we should be happy. As mothers, when we have lot of clippings, that is the energy what we pass on to them. With lot of love and affection, first love yourself so that you can love your children and your spouse and your family members. That's
Great
very
message.
important. Yeah.
One question, Rupali asks, any age limit about
It is from 8 years and above for writing,
Ah.
6 years and above for reading program.
Okay. Meena, please share all details. I'll share with my mom. Should I share? Do you want to share anything in the chat right now? Or can I share
I'll
later?
share it with you. I'll share it with you.
I'll share it in the group. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we all
Thank you
come on
so
camera
much for
for a
your
wonderful
time.
pic?
I should thank each one of them, for this time and all of them being here. Thank you so much.
We all enjoyed interacting, and you brought a very good vibes and great energy to our group, Meena. Thank you.
Neely's
Neely's
daughter, lovely.
daughter, yes.
Rupali. Thank you. Thank you
Jishta,
so much,
yeah.
each one of you. Yeah. Because they have that
Awesome
potential. The
session.
only
Yeah.
thing is we have
We
to.
normally talk about ourselves. Children's topics come, but this was really in depth about children. Yes. Can we have that love emoji, heart emoji, and yes, ready everyone. Smile, please. Smile. Ritu, आ जाओ. सब लोग आ जाओ. Yes. Ready everyone? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, Meena. It was a wonderful session. And
Thank
our
you so
moms
much.
will share feedback, which I'll pass on to you. And do share all the details. 6 years and above, Meena will take reading sessions. Above 8 years, you can dream that your child will be an author with Meena's gentle, very positive guidance. You saw her energy, how good she is. And I'm sure I've seen many pictures. I have to search where is Meena. She becomes a kid with the kids. She takes them to Kabban Park in Bangalore. All that fun activity she does with children. So definitely your children will enjoy. And ಆಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟ, we say in Kannada, learning along with play. So I think that is what Meena takes the children through an experience where they learn and they also have a playful, fun environment with other kids. Children like to mingle with other kids. That kind of a community Meena already has. So you should all take the advantage and the opportunity which Meena is offering to you. I'll share all the details by tomorrow because it's quite late night now. And I heartily thank you all for allowing us to extend this session and asking your questions. Each mom who asked your questions, others will be having, maybe someone will watch the recording. They'll also get value from your questions and interaction. And thank you, Meena, on my own behalf and behalf of all the moms. It was a wonderful, wonderful, awesome session. I really thought she's going to talk about children, but she directly came to us. Come on, tell me your intelligence test to a quiz and self evaluation. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Meena. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye bye. Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.